Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Petra and I am back. I am back from Spain. I can't believe it. I made it. I made it. I can't believe it sometimes. First, I'm gonna let you guys know that if you don't want to hear about Spain or the Camino and what I did, then I am going to leave timestamps below. So I'm just going to be doing this quick get ready with me sort of look today. Just a quick, it's this look, like if maybe you're just running out for errands or going to work or something. So if you want to skip ahead to the tutorial, then that will be down below if that's all you want to see. So anyways, yeah, so I got back from Spain, I don't know, on the 5th of June, and it's just been really weird. It's been weird being back, and I just don't know what I'm gonna do next. I need to find work and all that, the reality of, paying bills and living life. Spain just has given me such a wonderful perspective on how you can live, and I just loved it there so much. The culture is incredible. The people are amazing. Not every person is amazing. There's always going to be the grouchy people out there. But for the most part, everyone is so nice and kind. And I love how, every morning when you start walking, people are like, buenos dias, or hola, or just hello. And it's funny because I feel like Portland used to be like that where I live, and it's just not like that anymore. I don't know what's happening to this city, but it kind of makes me sad. So I don't know, it was really refreshing to be a part of that culture for a little while. So anyway, so what I did was the Camino. I did the Del Norte route, and I also then cut down to Oviedo and went and did the Primitivo route. I got to Santiago, and then I went on to Finisterre. And that is what really felt like the true end for me. That was the end, because they call Finisterre the end of the earth. So years and years and years ago, they used to think that that point, Finisterre, was actually the end of the earth. Like that was it. There was nothing else. So anyways, it was really cool to get to that. They have like a 0 kilometer mark out there, and I will insert a few photos that you guys can kind of check out. And I'm also going to have a video kind of my trek through Spain. You basically start on the border, the northern border of Spain, in a town called Irún, and then the Norte goes all the way and then cuts in eventually, but I didn't finish the Norte. I ended up wanting to do a different route that connects, and so I dove down south through Oviedo and then did the Primitivo and then to Finisterre. So basically border to end of the earth. So cool, so exciting. I can't believe I did it. It was, I stay in shape here running and stuff, but walking every day and with a pack on, a 20-pound pack, and I tried to get mine lighter, but I couldn't. I'm pretty sure that I had about a 20-pound pack that I was carrying every day, which I know for people that do like the PCT and Continental Divide and Appalachian Trail here, that's like super light. You're carrying a lot more when you do trails like that. Here, you don't have to camp. Some people do, but you stay in what are called albergues, and they're like hostels that are for the pilgrims that are walking. So you have to kind of prove that you're walking a Camino, and they have what are called these like credentials or passports, and you get stamps along the way. And I don't know, I'm probably explaining way too much. You can look up what the Camino is. There is a movie out there that I haven't even seen that apparently a bunch of people found out about the Camino that way, and so now the Camino just gets packed every year. The main route is the Frances, and that's kind of why I didn't want to do that route, because that one is the main route that everybody starts with. And me, I just wanted to do one that was less traveled. Just really great, good thing to do for some self-reflection, and just, I don't know, if you love hiking, people do it for all sorts of reasons. And it just was such a great experience. It just felt so good to just get up and know what you're doing every day. Walking, lots of walking. I think I averaged probably about 17 or 18 miles a day for walking, and then when you get into a town, you know, I always wanted to like check it out, so then I would like walk around more there too. So I don't know, there's so much to talk about, but yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions down in the comments below if you want to know more. As I said, I am going to do a video of just kind of my walking through. I have a lot of footage to sort through, but I kind of think people out there that want to know about the Camino and, you know, maybe the routes that I did, they'll want to kind of see what it looks like or how it is, the terrain. So that's kind of what the video is going to showcase. So I highly recommend, if you can escape, you know, maybe from your job, or I don't know, even people go and do the Camino like for a couple weeks and they do it in parts. I mean, I was able to like, you know, quit my job and like go travel and take like a month and a half to do this whole thing. But a lot of people don't obviously have that much time, so they'll take it in chunks. And people in Europe just go and do these all the time because they can. It's just easy for them to fly, and then they'll do like portions of it. And they get a lot more time off. It was just a fantastic experience. So definitely leave some questions below if you have any, and I will definitely answer them. So today, for the video that I'm gonna do, is on this look. It's just a very natural kind of like going to work or going out, I don't know, to run errands or something like that. It's gonna take a little bit longer because I'm gonna be explaining stuff as I go along. But normally this look should only take about 5 or 10 minutes in the morning. I got so used to myself on the Camino though, like not wearing makeup, it was kind of nice. It was like, fresh face every day, and when you get so much sun and you know you're outside in nature every day, I feel like that just makes you younger and gives you life anyway. Anyways, blah blah blah, I'm gonna quit blabbing and we're gonna go ahead and get into the video. First, I am going to go in with just a basic light foundation. I never wear like a heavy foundation every day, so I am going to use the Naked Skin by Urban Decay, the One and Done, and this is in the shade Medium. It's not heavy, and I don't know, it doesn't fade too much throughout the day, I feel like. So I'm going to put that on. I'm going to put it on with my finger and then just blend it out with a beauty blender, just because it does make a little bit. It just blends it in really nice, the beauty blender. And sorry if this shade is somewhat a little bit lighter than my skin tone. I did get a little bit tan when I was in Spain from being outside like every day walking. So I definitely, even as much sunblock, oh great, I got it in my hair. Good job. Good job, Petra. Alright, so blending that in. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of like, if I'm going to work and stuff, like putting on a ton of makeup. I think I'm gonna put a little bit, I'm having like a little bit of a breakout like down here, and I'm gonna put a little bit more on my chin. And by the way, this turns from a like a liquid to kind of more of like a powder finish, which I don't know, it's okay. I don't think I'll buy this one again. It's okay, but it's not really my favorite one to use. I ran out of my NARS Radiant Tinted Moisturizer, and so I was left to use this one, which is fine, but I usually like stuff that makes my skin look a little more glowy because I have such a dry skin. So there's that. Okay, I've zoomed you guys in a little bit. So next I'm gonna go in with the Wet n Wild concealer that looks like this. And this one is in the shade Medium Peach. And I don't know, I think this one is, it's more closer to just my skin tone, but I first go in to kind of cover up the darkness because I have a little bit of darker circles. So I think I'm actually going to take a brush, which I'm going to go in with this Coastal Scents number 16 brush, and I'm just going to put it right into, I'm not going to do the whole triangle thing. I feel like if you're more like me, like in your like late 30s or early 40s, you want to not do a huge amount of like that crazy triangle thing, because I feel like you gotta like cover up the shadows first a little bit before you go in with the brightening aspect. So I just kind of like to warm it up with my finger and blend it in kind of all the way up underneath. I am going to go in with my Tarte, and this might be a little light for me right now. It's the Maracuja Creaseless Concealer. This is in YouTube because I ran out, and this one is in the shade Light Medium Sand. And usually this one's perfect, and I love it because it's really a moisturizing concealer. So I'm just gonna kind of put that a little bit lower, and then I'm gonna put my leftovers on like my nose and my smile lines, and I kind of ran out. I'm gonna put that on my chin. Okay, and then I'm gonna go back in with my beauty blender and then just blend that in. And I love this concealer because it's really moisturizing too. I feel like it adds hydration underneath your eyes, but definitely put moisturizer on underneath your eyes before you put concealer, because that'll help with like any wrinkles and things like that. So this is gonna be a lot longer than just a quick like get ready right now because I'm explaining everything, but normally this won't take you very long in the morning at all. This will really only take you 5 to 10 minutes depending on what you want to do. Next I am going to set my under eye, and I ran out of my Laura Mercier under eye brightening powder, so I'm going to go in with my Hourglass. I love this. This is Diffused Light. It's one of the ambient lighting powders, and this one is in Diffused Light, and it's just a very light, a yellowish shade, and I feel like it doesn't make creasing happen. It's the next best thing I've found next to the Laura Mercier brightening powder. I will set my face with it sometimes too. So next I will go in with my brows, and I used to not always do my brows every day before like work or going out somewhere for the day. I would just kind of brush them and like leave them, but now I feel like they're getting a little bit thinner, so I just fill them in slightly. And so I just take my Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the brow definer in dark brown. So I'll go in with that, and very quickly, and usually like my eyebrows need to be plucked again already. Like in Spain, I did not get to pluck them. And I feel like now all the hairs, I like plucked kind of when I got back, but now like another round of hairs is growing back in, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to like keep on it. Yeah, it was weird not having my brow. I was like, oh my god, look at myself when I didn't have my brows done. It was crazy. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so insane. So I really literally will just fill in some of the gaps. I'll like brush up and then quickly just fill in some of the spaces that you see. Kind of define my brow just a little bit, but kind of just like feather it in so it just looks a little bit better. I have a hard time with the front of my brow. Like I never know how, because they're different of course, because they're sisters, not twins. And so I'll try to like fix this part. This one's kind of weird though. This one has like weird funky hairs growing crazy. So this one's always a harder brow to do. I use a brow powder sometimes too. I'll use the Anastasia one here, and this one, it's like there's a warmer brown and then a dark brown here, and it is in the shade Chocolate. So sometimes I'll go in with that and just a brush if I feel like using a powder. So that is what I do for my brows, and then I will go in with my e.l.f. This is my e.l.f. It's like a brow gel and a clear eyelash gel, but I use both sides for just brow gel. And I swear it's better than the Anastasia brow gel. I don't know, I just like it, and it's like $3. So I don't need to spend $20. So this is what I do next, and I kind of like my brows just a little bit fluffier, so I'll just quickly brush them up. As good as they're gonna get. They really do need to be plucked a little bit more. I don't do bronzer on days that I'm trying to get ready quick. I will do a little bit of eyeshadow though. So what I will do for that is I go in with my Tarte, and I'm sad I don't think they make this anymore, but this is the Tarte Clean 360 degree clean slate 360 degree creaseless concealer by Tarte, and I don't think that they make this now anymore, and it's one of the best like eye primers that I feel like is out there. So I'll go in with that really quickly because I do like my eyeshadow to hold through the day. I love this. I got this as a sample in my Ipsy. It's a Glossier, mentbalm.com. It's a universal skin salve. So I use it on my lips, and it's minty. I like love that stuff. It was nice to get in an Ipsy. Oh, that feels so much better. Okay, I hate lips when they feel like dry and gross. So for palettes that I use for everyday kind of makeup, I will typically use either this palette by Manny, the Manny MUA palette, which looks like this inside. I'll use this one, and I'll use like a combination of the neutral shades. And then if I feel like a shimmer, it's like they're pretty neutral, so I'll use that. Or I will use this Makeup Revolution palette that's kind of one of those chocolate bars. This one is in Naked Chocolate, and it has the little names on this plastic thing, which I don't know why I keep, but it looks like this. And it's really nice and neutral. More cool tones. I guess there's a few warm tones in there too, but I really like this one because it has all sorts of different shades in it, and they stay on pretty good. And it doesn't smell like chocolate, but it has kind of a nice smell to it. So I don't know. It's not like perfumey smell, but it just has kind of some sort of interesting smell to it. So actually looking at this, I think I'm going to use this one today. I've been using the Manny one a lot, so I'm going to go ahead and use this one. So I'm going to go in with my Sephora number 19 tapered crease brush, and I'm going to go into this shade right here called Milky. It's this shade there, and I'm just going to use that as kind of a transition shade. So I'm going to put that up in the crease, and then for me, I'm just going to go up slightly higher than my crease because I have deeper set eyes, so I need that. I need the eyeshadow to show up when I open my eyes. So, and this is just going to be really basic. I really don't do a ton of makeup unless I really feel like doing something fun at work. If I'm going to work, like I don't know. I like to sleep, so I don't spend a lot of time in the morning getting ready. So that is that shade, and then I'm going to go in with this little bit of a darker shade with a different brush. So I'm going to go in with this little round crease brush I got. I don't even know what brand this little pencil brush is. And I'm going to go into this shade right here called Wonka. They're like named after like candy or something. So. And then I'm just going to put that right down here to deepen up the corner just a little bit. I feel like this is so boring. I really like doing more of the creative looks. I feel like everybody wants like neutral looks done, but it's like there's so many of those to find on the internet. Like you can go and find so many neutral looks on the internet, but to find like a fun look, I don't know. I know those aren't usually everyday wear, but I don't know. Why not? I mean, maybe if you work for a company that allows makeup. I mean, I don't know. I live in Portland. It's a little more, I don't know. There's a lot of people that have like tattoos and things like that, but I don't know. I don't see a lot of people that wear like crazy makeup to work and stuff like that. I am going to now blend out then with this brush right here. This is just I think it's a cheap Coastal Scents brush. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of blend these edges out just a little bit. So then I will go in with like a neutral kind of shimmer shade, and this gold shade is looking nice to me, so I think I'm gonna go into this one. It's called Double Dip, and I'm gonna actually put that on my finger because sometimes I think these shades go on a little bit better on your finger. And then I'm just gonna put that all over my lid. Then I'm gonna take that brush I used to blend out the corners a little, and I'm just gonna kind of merge these shades a little bit so it's not harsh. And I'm gonna take that same brush and I'm gonna go back into that Milky shade, tap off the excess, and I'm just gonna put a light little shade underneath my eye just to kind of bring it all together. So that is it. That's it for the eyes. So just really super simple, nothing crazy. And then I'm just gonna go in quickly with like a blush. And sometimes I'll wear highlight, sometimes not. So today for blush, I am going to use, I've been addicted to this shade from Tarte I got as a sample. It was like a birthday gift sample, and it's called Paaarty. And it looks like this. And it's just a really nice neutral shade. So I'm just gonna go in with I always like blush for me because it just brings a little bit more dimension. So I always feel like blush always helps, especially in the morning if I'm tired and I feel like I need a little more life. We'll go ahead and use a highlighter today. So the one that I always use that's my go-to is my BECCA Champagne Pop one right here. That's what this looks like, the Jaclyn Hill one. And it's just kind of a nice peachy gold. And I'll just go in really pretty light. I don't go crazy with the highlight, just to add kind of a soft look, like just a little bit of a glow. And then lipstick. I'm not a fan of lipsticks, honestly, as much as some people are. Like, I'll usually throw one on, but I hate how if I'm drinking water or coffee or something, it gets on my cup. It drives me insane. That's kind of one of my pet peeves, is when my lipstick gets on my cup. I think it's so gross. So I don't mind using liquid lipstick sometimes, but then they get kind of gross throughout the day. They kind of crack unless you have like one that, I don't know. I don't know of any that don't ever start looking kind of weird. So let me know if you know one that does, that like stays nice throughout the day. But usually I'll put on like a really matte lipstick, one that doesn't transfer much, or I'll put on just like a lip liner, because those don't usually transfer too much. I don't usually like wearing satins and things like that because they usually smear all over. I get like everywhere. So I don't know, it's just something I don't like. And I feel like then I don't drink water at work and stuff like that because I don't like it on my bottle, my water bottle. So anyways, such a dilemma. So anyways, and then I just realized I forgot to put on mascara. So actually I'm gonna do that really quick before we do a lip. I'll think about like what lipstick I'm gonna do. So let's do mascara. So what I always do, no matter what, is curl my lashes. This is just a Revlon eyelash curler, and I will curl. Anyways, but I feel like an eyelash curler always makes the mascara look much better. So my go-to pretty much every day and for work or just going out running errands is this voluminous waterproof in black. It is the best. I know a lot of people like the carbon black, but I don't like that one because it flakes more, and the waterproof stays on really good. It does start to flake once it starts to get old, but I love this formula. I will never like not love this mascara. It's sad because it's not cruelty free, and I really am kind of wanting to go more cruelty free products, but this one unfortunately is not, and it's like the best mascara that I have found. So, and I used to do like a top liquid liner on my eyes, I don't know, kind of maybe a couple years ago, and now I've kind of drifted away from doing that. It's just, it's getting like harder for me to do because I'm starting to get more wrinkles over here, so it's hard to make the liner look like nice and not droopy. I need to practice that, I guess. But anyway, so I've just been kind of like doing mascara more. If you have thin or like eyelashes that don't stay curled, or you know, if mascara flattens them, waterproof mascara keeps them curled. I don't know what it is. I think it's just that it's a lighter formula. There's not as much water in it. And I find that my lashes look fluffiest and longer and fuller when I use waterproof. They always straighten if I use like a regular mascara, unless it's like a little bit drier of a formula. And then sometimes I'll do bottom lashes, sometimes I won't. I don't think I'm gonna do bottom lashes today. I'm just gonna leave it like this. So that's just with regular mascara. I think I'm just gonna go in with a neutral lip shade. I'm gonna use this. It's so funny, this has the same name as the MAC one, but this is a Jontéblu. I don't know how you say it, Jontéblu. It's a shade, and it's like some new brand. I think I got it in Ipsy, and it's in the shade Spice. And it just kind of it's almost like the same shade as Spice from MAC. So I'm going to line my lips with that first. And I'll overline just a little bit because I don't like how my lips are so thin. So I will kind of exaggerate a little bit. I'm going to go in with this shade in Dead Roses. This is what it looks like. And just gonna blend kind of the liner and the lip shade. I love these lipsticks because they're really matte. If you don't put down a lip, like, I don't know, a lip salve or gloss or something before, then they probably will drag a little and they feel really dry. But the thing about them that I love is once they settle on your lips, they don't transfer that much. And they have a really nice light texture. Like at first, I feel like putting them on, they don't feel as good as, I don't know, maybe putting on like a satin or something. But once you put on them and you let them settle into the lips for a little bit, like they start to kind of dry down, but not uncomfortable or get weird like liquid lipsticks. I really like the formula of those a lot. So I like these for, you know, wearing to work, and you know, I don't have to worry about them transferring a lot. They do transfer some, like I'm not gonna lie, they do transfer a little bit, but not like, you know, like a lip gloss or, you know, a satin lipstick or something like that. All right, you guys, so this is it. This is the finished look. Just a very simple look. I know it didn't take 5 or 10 minutes to get through, but but it is kind of my quick go-to for like every day. I'll maybe change a few things here and there, different lipstick, different eyeshadows, but they're kind of all within this neutral kind of look, and it doesn't take very long. You can just create your own look however you want. So that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and sorry this video is probably a little bit longer than normal, but I'm super glad to be back filming for you guys, and I'm so glad that you guys tune in. I'm getting so close to 100 subscribers, you guys. Come on, just let's get there. And then when I get to 100, I'm gonna do a giveaway, because that's like the first little baby benchmark, is getting to 100 subscribers. So subscribe and like and comment. Let me know things you'd like to see down below. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.